If you haven't checked your email yet, Topstep has come out with an email to all their traders, letting them know some pretty important information. Topstep has been probably the least controversial prop firm out there, and now, they might be stepping into a little bit of controversy. I'm just playing. There's really nothing to worry about in this email, but I'm gonna break it down, quell some people's fears because I have seen some people, a little bit concerned. So let's get right into it. So this is the email that everybody should have gotten. It says, at Topstep, we pride ourselves on being transparent with our community and upholding our reputation as the most trusted firm in the industry. That means keeping you informed as we make tough but necessary decisions to protect the integrity of our program. To maintain a fair and level playing field, we've invested heavily in our monitoring system. This is to ensure that our program benefits serious traders who are here to grow. In doing so, we've identified a small percentage of participants, less than 1%, who are more focused on exploiting the program rather than improving their trading. In the coming weeks, you may see or hear reactions online as we take action to suspend and ban these traders. So they're going to be suspending and banning certain traders. It's important to understand that these decisions were not a result of a single trade or an innocent mistake. Any trader facing removal was thoroughly reviewed and has shown a clear pattern of deliberate manipulation and repeated violation of our trader pledge. To be clear, if you're part of the 99% of traders who are here to work hard, grow, and develop real trading skills, nothing changes for you. This message is simply to keep you informed. As a valued member of our community, you deserve to know what we're doing to maintain the integrity of our program. There's no need to reach out to trader support. Any traders affected by these actions will be contacted directly. We appreciate you being a part of the Topstep community and remain committed to supporting you on your trading journey. So that is the email. I can only really compare this to what we get from Apex because this is something similar, except for the one thing that I can say is that they're opening the lines of communications early, well before this happens, already letting you know that, hey, we're looking at banning people for, doing shady practices on our platform, and it's going to be a small percentage, and we'll let, those people know. But if you start hearing bad stuff about us online, well, we've already come out and tell you what we're going to do. So, you really can't fault them for that. Now, I did do some digging to try to see like what could be some things that potentially could get you banned. And, they linked the trader pledge. There's not really much in there, but in their terms of service, they actually do have some rules that I don't think a lot of people know about. So I want to go over those rules. And, I'm speculating that this is the reason why they could be banning some traders. Here is what Top Step considers to be prohibited conduct. The first one is exhibiting unprofessional behavior, including to but not limited to any actions outlined at this link here. So let's go ahead and click on the link and see what they've got. All right, so for the professional behavior at Topstep, a few things that could potentially get you in trouble is excessive purchases of trading combines or resets, which I think is a little interesting, honestly, which is also, in the rule down there. But I don't know. I think it's a little interesting that that would be something that they wouldn't want. Granted, you can only have like five XFAs and only one live account. One live account at a time, and then you can't trade the XFAs while you have the live account. So I think it's kind of interesting. Like, I guess if you were to spend like money on 30 trading combines, I guess that would be considered excessive. I don't know what the number is. I think that's a little interesting. I'd like to know more. Like, I wish they kind of told you what would excessive would be, but yeah. Excessive use of express funded accounts and trading irresponsibly within them. Again, I think it's kind of interesting because I mean, you're paying for the express funded account, so I don't know what excessive is. I feel like most people probably don't fit that, but I mean, that's, I guess, the rule. Intentionally depleting the account balance in a live funded account to force failure. That one's also kind of interesting as well. I mean, I feel like these three rules right here are really up into interpretation, right? Which, you could maybe not be malicious, but be seen as malicious. So you want to be careful and just know these rules exist. Being rude or disrespectful to types of employees or Discord ambassadors, constantly asking for resets, freebies, or special exceptions, threatening to write a bad review to get free discounted resets or trading combines, using a promo code in an unintended way or attempting to abuse discounts, opening an excessive number of support tickets or repeatedly calling support unnecessarily, tagging Discord ambassadors or top step employees excessively in Discord, creating a toxic or negative atmosphere in the Discord community, publicly posting private correspondence or communications, initiating chargebacks against Topstep, or sharing falsified images or screenshots that do not belong to you. So those are all the unprofessional behavior, which can get you banned from Topstep. Moving back along to all the other things that could potentially get you banned, we talked about the excessive purchases of trading combines or resets, so that's on here too. Using a trading strategy intended to exploit or create errors in the services, such as errors in display of prices or delays in their updates. I think that one's interesting. I have no clue how one could go about that, but I mean, apparently, I guess you can. Using any trading strategy that includes disruptive practices, including but not limited to spoofing strategies. This one is also interesting because you can't you can't spoof unless you're in the live market. So if you're in a sim funded account, you can't spoof. And spoofing is highly illegal, even in the regular market. So I think this one's interesting. I don't know how they would catch that. I mean, I guess they can track and see where you're placing orders and whether I guess you're spoofing or not. Um and again, like when you're spoofing, which is putting a limit order, let's say at a random price to try to scare people from, going to that price. I mean, you'd have to be putting a lot of size on. I mean, thirty orders, right? If you're in a 150K account, or I don't think it's 30, it's like 15, isn't really going to scare the market. So, I don't know how much of this you're really going to be able to get away with, but that's just one of them, I guess. Changing your trading style to become payout eligible. Um, Again, like, I don't see how this could really I don't think that's fair to get you in trouble. Again, like, you do what you can to get a payout. Like, like, who cares if you change your trading style as long as you're profitable? I mean, that's all that you care about, right? But I guess trading excessive or unrealistic number of contracts in a day. I mean, again, like, I feel like this is to cover them, but if that's a part of your trading strategy, then that just is what it is. I don't like using excessive or unrealistic because that's again in the eye of the beholder. So not a big fan of that one. Performing trades anytime outside of the best bid or offer. Again, you'd have to have some type of system to be able to do that outside of Top Step. Performing trades using external or stored data feed. Again, I don't know how to do that. So, I mean, if somebody knows how to do that, let me know. Just tell me what that is in the comments because I have no clue how you would be able to do any one of those two. Performing alone or in concert with any other persons, including between connected accounts or accounts held with different top step parties, trades, or a combination of trades, the purpose of which is to manipulate, abuse, or give the user an unfair advantage while using the site service, for example, by engaging in any short term or high frequency trades or simultaneously entering into opposite positions. Whew, that was a mouthful. So, yeah, basically, having two accounts, going long in one, going short in the other, that's against the rules. Uh, Performing trades in conflict with the terms and conditions of Top Step of the user section and terms and conditions of the trading combine. Using any software, AI, ultra high speed, or mass data entry that might manipulate, abuse, or give users unfair advantage while using site or services. Another one is otherwise performing trades in contradiction with how trading is actually performed in the applicable future market or in a way that establishes justified concerns that Top Step might suffer financial or other harm as a result of user activities. Again, like a lot of these I feel like are pretty crazy. Like you got to be an evil mastermind genius, I guess, to try to game the system. In concert with others, including between unconnected accounts and third parties, performing the same trading strategy, i.e., performing the same trades in the same time increments, opposite strategies, or activity means to pool or hedge risk the aggregate unconnected accounts. So, I mean, yeah, they go in pretty deep with like the things I guess you can do to potentially get over on Top Step. Like a lot of these are pretty insane, and I feel like most people aren't doing this, which is why they say that 1% of people, I mean, it's very, very small, but it's got to be a significant amount, like a significant number that they've taken notice of this. So using any instrument that may adversely affect the operation of the site, service, or that would be intended to misuse any errors, bugs, or other deficiencies of the sites and services, circumventing geographical restrictions of availability or any other technical restrictions, holding a position within 2% of the product's lock limit. Topstep prohibits trading within the 2% price limit. That's just a normal rule that they have. Trading on behalf of others, including but not limited sharing incentives as part of any business arrangement. So that's basically if you know a trader and they say, "Hey, I know you're unprofitable, so I'll trade for you. You just buy the account, and then, or even better, I'll buy the account for you, trade for you, and then we split it, 75-25 or something like that." uh, Engaging in other conduct which, in sole discretion of Topstep, represents uncommercial activity, is intended to game the market, is not viable trading strategy, or is not responsible trading, in each case determined in sole discretion of Topstep. So again, something that is in discretion of Topstep, which makes things kind of hard to, what's right and what's not. But I mean, again, it's very hard to game the market. And then account stacking. This is a trading practice where a trader repeatedly trades in an aggressive way, then hits maximum loss limit in one account and switches to another account and repeats the process. The goal of this behavior is to continue making high risk trades until a successful outcome results in significant profit. This practice is not allowed as it exploits risk parameters and violates our trading guidelines. Again, I mean, I don't know. I kind of have a problem with this. Only because the fact that, again, it's like this is kind of what you want. Like, yeah, you have, let's say you have five, funded accounts, right? And you aggressively trade on four of them, and you blow these four accounts, and you're only left with one. And the one account, you got a, let's say a 2K payout. Well, these other four accounts, plus resets and how many times you've blown the account before you even get it funded, Topstep is probably net positive on this scenario here, right? So, I mean, I guess it is what it is. I know that you should be trading responsibly and managing your risk and, not going overboard. But in a way, these prop firms win off of the casino mentality that a lot of people trade with. And I mean, a lot of people. I feel like this is one of those things that Topstep probably ignores because of the fact that they have created a casino environment like the rest of these prop firms do. So, I mean, can you really be mad at people for account stacking when you kind of make that the norm? So that's all the rules that Topstep has that they put out, and things that I think could potentially get you on that 1% list. They're kind of hidden. Not a lot of people talk about these rules because they're kind of in those like terms of services, which nobody ever reads. But overall, I honestly think that most of us don't have anything to worry about because, I mean, I don't know how to game the system. So if I don't know how to game it, I'm sure that, 99% of people don't know how to game it and are just trading regular. Sure, there might be the onesie twosie people that trade a lot. But I mean, you probably would have to be taking, 10,000 trades a day for them to even notice that you were taking an excessive amount of trades. So I wouldn't be too worried about this. I don't think this will really be affecting anybody, but I'll be keeping a close eye on it just to see if, I see things on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it, or, just on Discord to see if people are talking about how they got banned, how they didn't do anything, because I'm sure there'll be people talking about it. But overall, I think it's really good that Topstep gave everybody a heads up. I think that's what sets Topstep apart is the fact that they don't want to freak people out because they know that, if one person gets banned, then they could start talking about how, I didn't do this, I didn't do that, I wasn't trying to game the system. So I think it's good that they got ahead of it and just let everybody know instead of just starting to ban people and then on the back end having to explain it. That always looks worse than just telling people the truth up front. If you guys have any questions about Top Step and what's going on, or you guys want to talk about it, you can leave a comment down below. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the video, and if you want to know more about Top Step, you can learn right over here.